Pop Squad, coming at ya. We've got something sent in by one of my patrons. This was sent in by Russell. It is Duckworth from Kendrick Lamar, who just made the news today because he was the halftime show at the Super Bowl that I probably have more to say about that, but I haven't actually seen the entire thing. I've seen clips of it. I'm not a sports guy. I didn't bother watching the Super Bowl. I have no interest in watching the Super Bowl. I definitely have interest in watching Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, although I'm not familiar with all of his music, right? I'm reacting to Duckworth, which is a track from 2017. Never heard it. Never heard Damn. I have heard something off of it, but I don't remember what song it was, now that I say that. This is, like I said, sent in by Russell. This is pop rap, boom bap pop rap in English, hip hop, G-funk, gangster rap, conscious hip hop, and West Coast rap. I think Kendrick Lamar is pretty remarkable as a creative force, as a creative person. I like that he has an issue with Drake. I like that he put on a show at the Super Bowl that was very much about our current situation in the United States, and he did not dumb it down for people. He was like, nope, I'm here to let America know that things are changing, some very much not in the best way. There's going to be conflict, there's going to be issues, we need to all figure it out. And yeah, it was not hidden messages, right? It was not simple symbolism. It was not complicated symbolism. It was very simple. Him standing between two halves of a flag, right? Absolutely. Split America. We need to figure that shit out, that's for sure. Duckworth is a street tale about how Anthony Top Dog Tiffith was planning a second robbery at a local KFC where Kendrick's father, nicknamed Ducky, was working back in the 90s. Oh, interesting. The robbery could have resulted in Ducky's death, but his generosity caused Top Dog to refrain from harming him. This happened many years before Top Dog would coincidentally sign a 15-year-old Kendrick to his label Top Dog Entertainment. Duckworth is Kendrick's legal surname. That's a crazy story, really. So the guy who was gonna rob the store, or did rob the store, ended up signing Kendrick later. On the song Untitled 02 62314, Kendrick touches on his relationship with Top and how dangerous he can be. The producer, Ninth Wonder, samples Ted Taylor's 1978 song Be Ever Wonderful, Hiatus Kyoto's 2015. Okay, so they talk about what they sample. That is a really interesting background to this story. So Duckworth is Kendrick Lamar's real last name. This is track 14 on Damn. I didn't see... it's the last song on the album. I love last songs on albums, so this sounds like it's going to be cool. I have no idea if this is going to get blocked for copyright, but hopefully I'm able to post this and you're able to see it on the day of the Super Bowl, the day after the Super Bowl. I don't know. Let's just go. I could talk more about the Super Bowl thing. I just think we need to listen to people when they tell us what the hell is going on in this country. And right now, Trump is fucking everything up. It's a nightmare. We are on the path to the destruction of America as it stands. And we all need to stand up and do something about it. And I think Kendrick performing these songs with the choreography that he had right there in front of the world and the president, that was one of the first shots, honestly. Let's do it. 4 minutes and 8 seconds. Here is Duckworth. Thank you again to Russell for sending this in.
It was always me versus the world, until I found it's me versus me.
Wow, does that remind me of the Beatles? They don't have a song where they do why, but that really reminds me of the Beatles. It was always me versus the world until I found out it's me versus me. Yeah, that is absolute. So this is Bēkon and Kid Capri. So I think this is Bēkon. performs the intro to his. Kendrick is still the protagonist. These lines represent Kendrick's inner thoughts as he experiences an epiphany, realizing that rather than overcoming the obstacles of the world, he has to overcome his own. It's about self-awareness, accepting that the world isn't against you, and that you control your own destiny through your actions. This is a running theme throughout Damn. Yeah, I think everybody has to realize that at some point. You have to figure out how to navigate the world with what you're given. I have not figured that out. Let me just tell you that. And I think if you figure it out, you will live a much more pleasing life. You will live a life that you enjoy a lot more. You will live a longer life because you won't keep doing the damaging things that you are telling yourself to do. We listen to a lot of rappers on here that never escape the me versus the world mentality, and don't figure out it's themselves versus themselves. It's me versus me. So 2 lines in, right? And also super significant stuff. Super easy to understand. Awesome.
Just remember, what happens on Earth stays on Earth. We're gonna put it in reverse.
Darling, I told you many times, and now I'm telling you once again, just to remind you, sweetheart, that my...
Oh, Lamar, Hail Mary, your Mary.
All the change, right? Like, beginning section sounds like its own thing. That little section, the sample that they put in there from Ted Taylor, sounds like its own thing. Very experimental, very disjointed, very like you're not. It almost feels like you're flipping between channels on a radio station. Kind of a cool effect, kind of a disjointing effect.
Times is hard. Pray with the hooligan, shadows all in the dark. Fellowship with demons and relatives, I'm a star. Life is one funny motherfucker. A true comedian, you gotta love him. You gotta trust him. I might be bugging. Infomercials and no sleep. Introverted by my thoughts. Children listen, it gets deep. See, once upon a time inside the Nicholson Garden projects, the object was to process and digest poverty's dialect. Adaptation inevitable. Gun violence, crack spot, federal policies, rape builders and drug professionals. Anthony was the oldest of 7, well respected, calm and collected. Laughing and joking made life easier. Hard times, mama on crack. A 4-year-old telling his nanny he needed her. His family history pimping and banking. He was meant to be dangerous. Clacked him a grip and start slanging. 15 scraping up his jeans with quarter pieces. Even got some hair from a smoker last weekend. Dodger policeman working for his big homie. Small time hustler graduated to a brick on him. $10,000 out of for project housing. That's on the daily. Seen his first meal, 20 years old. Had a couple of babies. Had a couple of shooters. Caught a murder case. Fingerprints on the gun, they assuming, but witnesses couldn't prove it. That was back when he turned his back and they killed his cousin. He beat the case and went back to hustling. Bird shuffling, Anthony rang. The first in the projects with the 2-tone Mustang. That 5.0 thing. They say 5-0 came, circling parking lots and parking spots and hopping out while harassing the corner blocks. Crooked cops told Anthony he should kick it. He brushed him off and walked back to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. See, at this chicken spot there was a light-skinned nigga that talked a lot with a curly top and a gap in his teeth. He worked the window, his name was Ducky. He came from the streets, the Robert Taylor home, Southside Project, Chirac, the Terror Dome. Drove to California with a woman on him and $500. They had a son hoping that he see college. Hustling on the side with a 9-to-5 to freak it. Cadillac severely ride his son around on weekends. 3-piece special with his name on his shirt pocket. Cross the street from the projects, Anthony planned to rob it. Stuck up the place before, back in 84. That's when affiliation was really 8 years of war. So many relatives telling us, selling us, devilish work, scaling us, crime, intelligent, villainous, prevalent proposition with nines. Ducky was well aware, they robbed the manager and shot a customer last year. He figured he'd get on these niggas' good sides. Free chicken every time Anthony posted in line. 2 extra biscuits, Anthony liked them and then let them slide. They didn't kill him, in fact it looked like they're the last to survive. Pay attention, that one decision changed both of their lives. One curse at a time, reverse and manifest the good karma, and I tell you why. You take 2 strangers and put them in random predicaments. Give them a soul so they can make their own choices and live with it. 20 years later, them same strangers you make them meet again inside recording studios where they reaping their benefits. Then you start reminding them about that chicken incident. Whoever thought the greatest rapper would be from coincidence? Because if Anthony killed Ducky, Top Dog could be serving life while I grow up without a father and die in a gunfight.
Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. So yeah, this would have been at a time when Kendrick was just young, just a kid, and had Top Dog gone in and killed him, gone in and killed Ducky, Kendrick's father. Kendrick wouldn't have grown up with a father. Would not have turned out to be the guy that he is today. Impossible. He would not have done it. Don't know. He and his mom might have had to move somewhere. He might have gone into the system. He might have gotten killed for some other reason, gotten into some other kind of trouble. He could have, whatever, pulled into himself and just never been the guy he is now. And then he gets signed by this guy, the Top Dog's record label, and it sounds like they start talking about him talking about their histories together in the recording studio, and figure out that Top Dog was the guy who came into that Kentucky Fried Chicken that Ducky gave extra food to because he knew that this guy was a problem, could be a problem, and he didn't want him to be a problem. So he always treated him real well, give him extra food and give him some extra stuff. And that saves Ducky's life. And that leads to Kendrick being who he is, being a rapper, getting signed by Top Dog later in life. That is an absolutely insane story. That is incredible. Wow. Wow. And that's the whole song, right? Like I realized I stopped right before the outro. Whew. And what is this at the end? This is all backwards. What does this say? Gunfight. Father and die in a gunfight. While I grew up without a father and die in a gunfight. Because if Anthony killed Ducky, Top Dog could be serving life. And then, yeah, that's crazy. It's all backwards. I'm sure the annotation is everything forward, right? Kendrick seems to have developed a pattern of connecting songs together to convey the overall message in his records. At the end of Real, Kendrick, okay. Now on Damn, the reversed audio symbolizes a flashback or a wormhole representing Kendrick's life, both past and present, flashing by him as he dies. It's also a clue to listen to the album in reverse order for an alternative storyline. The first line of the album is then repeated, which connects to the last track of the... Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. I love messing with things like that. Awesome. Super creative. Super interesting. Let's see what this outro sounds like. Love this story.
So I was taking a walk the other day.
Oh yeah. Absolutely fantastic. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my... I can't read what that says. Dang. I don't know. Since one like this immaculate concept. Oh yeah, concept. Wow. Super interesting. That is really, really cool. Oh, it looks like Kendrick Lamar is coming to Seattle at Lumen Field Saturday, May 17th. Let me guess if John's going to get to go see that. No, I'm not going to get to go see that. That is a crazy story. I mean, come on. And super interesting. How did I miss this stuff? I was drinking a lot in 2017. It's the year after my wife left me. Thanks, honey. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Man, Russell, thank you for sending this to me. That is just an insane story. Thank you so much. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I don't know if this might go in my favorites, but I don't know if I'll download it, but might be. It might be fun to download. It might be fun to listen to this every now and again. Ah, man, love it. That's so cool. Papa Squat. Check it out. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please go watch another video. CashApp, PayPal, Patreon's over here. Down in the description is also a link to a playlist that I put together at the end of January. Also, go check out the live stream that I did Saturday night. It's an hour and 37 minutes of me listening to music that people send in during the live stream, and I just react to it live. That's how it works on a live stream. Thanks very much. Have yourself a good day. Resist. Every damn time. Bye-bye.